Well, Miss Sherry, how are you?
I'm doing quite well. I am doing quite well, trying to survive the coronavirus, but I'm doing quite well. I'm relying on my faith in God, and what they say: if you're gonna worry, don't pray. If you're gonna pray, don't worry. So I'm relying on my faith in God right now.
Amen. Well, that is wonderful advice. And I would like to welcome you to Ashro at Home and thank you for inviting us into your beautiful home.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Well, Miss Sherry, I've got a few questions for you today, but before we get started, we'd like to get to know you a little bit. Can you tell us about yourself?
Oh, wow. Yes, I'm a native of Macon, Georgia, a little small town where little Richie just passed away. That's where he was a native from, Macon, Georgia. And I was born and raised there. I was born as a Baptist in a very small church, community church around in the general area. My mother and father was married over 50 years, but my father passed away in 2004, and we were left to take care of our mom. And it's been a challenge, but we've been, the family and the siblings been hanging in there and trying to do the best that they can. Also, I've been married for 21 years, and my husband is military retired. So I've been a few places. I met him at the latter part of his career, and together we have 5 children, which are all grown and all over the state of Georgia and South Carolina. So nobody is here but the two of us, which I love. We are empty nesters, been that way for a very long time, and I'm happy about that. We like to travel and we like to help each other. My husband is also in the ministry, so we like to travel and we like to help others. So that's our calling.
Oh, that is wonderful. And where are some
Mhm.
places that you traveled that you loved most?
I think California, San Diego, California. I love the weather there, and I probably would move back there. But my husband says no. It was a short visit there, but I love California. Didn't like Michigan that much, but North Carolina was great as well. So we lived there for about 5 years total.
Wonderful. And you have 5 beautiful children. That is such a blessing.
It is. My husband has a boy and a girl, and I have 3 sons. So all together we have 5 children, and they visit very often, and we talk on the phone just about every day. So I'm in continuously prayer for them because of their jobs. They're in the healthcare field, a couple of them, and the rest of them they're in customer service. So I pray for their jobs as well.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hmm.
I had an opportunity to look at the questionnaire that you sent to really just enjoyed learning about you and so look forward to talking to you today. And one of the things that I noticed is that you think it's important to work on accomplishing things in life. And I think that's important as well. So, why is one of the things that you desire to do is to excel in life?
I think excelling in life makes builds character. I think you can be a little bit more humble and obedient if you're excelling in life in the right way, in a spiritual way. I think you have to get in line with your spirit with God first. And after that, I think it's all down uphill as far as and doing what I'm than God. And I believe God orders our steps. And as long as we have Him first, we can accomplish anything that we chooses to.
Oh, yes, indeed. And what I found so important and so enlightening is that in addition to being committed to being your best self and for excelling and also excelling in everything that you do, it's also important to you to help those that are less fortunate and to help those that are in need. And it's wonderful that we as Christians are, while we're being our best self, we're reaching out to help others. Why is that important to you? And thanks for sharing that with.
Well, I think nothing here belongs to us. We're here on borrowed time with God. God gives us everything we need, and I think that your blessings comes from helping others. It's not about you, it's about others. And I think once everyone learns that, they can learn to push forward, because it's not about us. I can have all the money in the world, like some of these recent rich people that is dealing with the pandemics of the virus. They still can't save themselves. They have the money, but they can't save themselves, because this is something God has orchestrated, not us. So we have to be about his business in order to, make it in life. And I believe my motto in life is, if I can help somebody and be of good cheer to somebody, my living will not be in vain. And I always used to tell my mother that I'm a big fan of my mother. She's currently in a facility and I can't see her, but it's okay, because I'm leaning on my faith that one day I will be able to see her, because every single day I've been there for her, anywhere from 2 to 5 hours a day. After work, I'm there. I promised her, I didn't particularly like nursing facilities, but I promised her if I had to put her in one, I would always be there, and I have. So I believe I've humbled myself so much since I see the surrounding, people in the nursing home, not just her. I'm not just focused on her. If I'm rolling her down the hall in a wheelchair, and if there are other residents that need my help, and sometimes they will come up to you, say, hey, can you help me? I'll push my mom to the side, and I was like, what can I do for you? That what makes a person humble inside, because like I say, it's not about us. It's about others. We have to help others. And that's just the way it is. I have a club going now that everybody that went to school with me, I try to make it my best to give out donations to those people that have went to school with me, that have had loved ones that have gone, not just from the COVID virus, but, that have been sick and has passed away. So my sister and I, we have formed a donation committee where we send out, sympathy cards, thinking of you cards, and we send them to them with a small donation. And they're just so grateful. And I like making people happy, and I like seeing the smiles on their faces as well.
Now, Miss Sherry, how has the coronavirus changed your life?
In so many ways. The challenging part has been not being able to go see my mom. This Mother's Day, I thought to myself, what could I do? What can I do? I can't see her. I can see her, but I can't touch her. So what can I do? So I came up with the idea of having a balloon release at the facility. Went very well. Invited about 10 church members, not too many, because we have to practice social distance. Inviting about 10 entrance doors, but they didn't bring her out. They just brought her to the front, and we were able to eat inside. Well, it got very emotional for everybody. Some of the church members had never seen her before, and they was like, oh, you look just like your mom. So we began to pray for the nation. We began to pray for my mother and the residents there and staffing. So we had a blessed time in the Lord. And then afterwards, we did the balloon release, and it was just beautiful. But it's challenging to wake up every morning knowing that I can't go there to see her, but I'm still praying for her. I'm on a prayer team every night at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. and we're praying, without ceasing. So I know God is in control and I know things are going to turn around. It's just a matter of his time and not mine. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And what a wonderful idea to release balloons and show your mom all
Yeah,
you
it's
have in
great.
your heart for her. Indeed. Now, Miss Sherry, what church are you a member? What church are you a member?
St. Mark Missionary.
Mhm.
St. Mark Missionary Baptist Church here in Middleburg, Florida. It's a smaller church, maybe holds about 250 people. I was raised in a smaller Baptist church back home, so I'm kind of familiar with the smaller churches. I do like the mega churches, but you get a little lost in my opinion. But I like the smaller churches where everybody knows everybody. So my husband is definitely comfortable with it, you know. Yeah, but the first lady thing is new to me, so I'm governing myself accordingly, trying to figure it all out. But I tell everybody I'm just another lady. It doesn't have to be the first lady. I'm just another lady that believes in her husband and try to live right. That's what I tell everybody.
I love it. You're a first lady. First ladies are so special. Yes, indeed. And tell us a little about being a first lady, because this is a new experience for you.
Oh, well, I had to change my wardrobe a little bit.
Ah,
I always like dressing nice, but I buy more suits now. I buy more clothes than like never before because I do like dressing nice. I think that's a family tradition that we all have. But I shop at Ashro a lot, and I buy suits, and once I pay those off, because I have an account with you guys, and then I go buy something else. And my son says, "Mom, we never seen that in the store." I think this is a special company that I deal with, you know, anything about this. And they just think it's just so funny, you know. But I love Astro because I'm able to digest what looks good on me, you know, what really looks good on me. And I think I got that down pat with the suits. And I'm not a big fan of my arms out, you know, unless it's like extremely hot. I just feel like 3/4 sleeves is a big deal for me. A 3/4 jacket is ideal for me. So I got my wardrobe wet. I really do.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Now, Lady Sherry, I love it. Now, what kind of suits do you prefer to wear? What are your colors? What are your favorite colors?
My colors are definitely royal blue, my favorite of all time. I like the hot pink. I do a lot of gold tone dress suits. And for my husband's installation, oh my God, I bought the most beautiful suit from Astro. It was, oh my God, I can't believe I spent that much, but oh, it was a one-time thing. And I waited after I wore the suit for the installation. I didn't wear it again. I'm like, what am I holding this suit in the closet for? I need to wear it again. So one of the girls at church, she said, Sherry, I did not realize that suit was just so pretty. She says, I only saw you wear it one time. I said, I only wore it one time and I ordered another one. She said, no, Sherry, you have to wear it more often. But it just beautiful white with black trim, just beautiful. I love the white with the black trimming. I love that, but royal blue by far is my color. I've been getting into a lot of the yellow, you know, and black two-piece, you know, but royal blue is definitely my color. And the some burgundy suits, but I just like to try to contrast with my complexion. So the royal blue, definitely I get a lot of compliments on the royal blue. Really, I do.
Lovely. Well, I would love to see a picture of you in that beautiful suit at the installation. Are you a member of the Astro Faith and Fashion Group
Uh,
on Facebook?
no, I'm not.
Okay,
No, I get the magazine. Yeah.
well, if you'd like to go on Facebook and search Ashro Faith and Fashion Group, and ask us to allow you to become a member, and we'll accept you. And we would love to see that beautiful outfit with you and Pastor at the installation.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you're able to do
I
that,
would love to send that to you guys.
yes, ma'am. Please upload it when you get a
I
chance.
will.
Now, ladies,
I sure will. It's called Ashro and
Ashro,
Fashion Group, correct?
right, Ashro Faith and Fashion Group.
Okay, got it. I got it. Okay.
Yes, it's on Facebook. Now, Lady Sherry, how are you and the pastor staying connected to your church family since you can't meet in person?
Well, we have a list of all the members. I take care of calling the females, and my husband takes care of calling the males. If it's a special request for the female to speak with my husband, I always try to be present and a part of that as well. Um, in addition to that, he does Facebook sermons, many sermons, and just this past Sunday, we were on the church grounds doing communion with people that was driving up in their cars just to do the communion with a Bible verse or two, and then they pay their tithes and they leave. So we were a part of that. Turned out great. That was the first time we had been united back together since the coronavirus started. But I have a lot of the members say that they really miss us, and I really miss them, because at any given time, you know, we have potlucks, or we have where we go to dinner at some nice fancy restaurant. So I really, really miss that with my church members. And sometimes I get online if they want to talk to me. I'll get online and talk to some of them on Facebook. And other times, if I had one particular lady, she has lupus, and she really wanted me to pray for her. So we prayed for hours, and then we ended up talking, and I knew more about her than I thought I did. And we just had a good old time talking about the Lord. So we occasionally that happens, and you know, never many personal visits, because we try to keep that at a minimum, you know. So we just my husband goes around to a couple of the deacons' house on a weekly basis, whether it's just to see if they're doing okay, or just to see who's been sick or hospitalized or what have you. So he enjoys doing that as well. So that's how we stay connected with everybody.
That is wonderful, and I
It
love
is.
in the parking lot, and Bible verses, you said?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
That is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just
Now,
love it.
how,
Just love it.
yes, indeed. Now, how are you staying connected to your extended family and your friends?
With my children?
Your extended family, your friends, your children?
Oh, well, Facebook. Facebook is, we do a lot on Facebook with the children. Like I said, we get phone calls every day from the kids. My family, we talk just about every day. My husband's family, we talk every day. Some of the family is wanting to just forget about the here to see us. They miss us so much, but we have to follow the guidelines because nobody hadn't really been coming in the house. So we have to continue to maintain safety, and that's important.
That is so true. That is so true.
Yeah, that's important.
And now, Lady Sherry, as a First Lady, I know that you're really busy. You're caring for others, you're caring for your husband. And it's also important for you to support others who are in need. So I can imagine that takes up a lot of your time. So, how
Oh, yeah.
time just for you? What does me time mean to you?
Me time is like riding my bike. I get on my bike and I love riding my bike, and I love reading. And most of the time I like to shop. I love to shop. That's my little time. I haven't been shopping much since the pandemic, mom is relaxing, massages, and reading and bike riding and just meditating. I like meditating and being here sometimes alone to meditate on God. I love that. Because you can, if you're really in tune with God, you can hear everything that He's trying to tell you. He speaks to me, and I wherever I need to take it and help someone else. And that's so important.
Yes, indeed. Now, have you started any new projects while you've been spending a lot of time at home?
Uh, Cleaning projects. We're in the process of just doing different rooms, cleaning different rooms, buying new furniture. So cleaning projects, definitely my closet would be the first one. But I like to work outside. So we get outside and the yards, and we do different things to the yards, and having some trees cut down in the backyard. We own 2 acres of land, so it's just always something to do here in the house. But of course, I do 80% of the work, but that's okay too.
Well, yes, I tell you, my husband and I had a chance to do home cleaning projects as well. We finally got to the garage. So I certainly know what
that's
it
my
is.
next big project. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I think that we need to give away more stuff than we accumulate. We accumulate all these things, and we say, oh, eventually we'll get to it. Oh, are you going to use this? No. Well, we just need to give it away to someone because we're never going to use it. And we always say, well, when did we buy this? And they're just taking up space, you know?
Oh, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Sounds just like my household. Now, Lady Sherry, what do you most miss about everyday life?
Since the pandemic,
Yes, ma'am.
I have to be honest, I miss going to see my mom. I truly, truly live to get off work every day and to spend that time with her, although she can't talk very much. But I just look forward to spending that precious time with her because you just don't know. Life is short. So when I'm there, I say a little prayer before I get out of my car because sometimes I get off and I'm tired, and I ask God for a little bit more strength to push forward. And I in there and I'm just rolling her around in the chair, just talking to different people that come in, and God is just giving me all this strength to just talk to people about God. And it is just so awesome because sometimes I go in, I'm really tired. And there are other times I go in, I'm like, well, you guys don't have to do anything. The CNAs, that is. I say, I got her. Only thing I need you to do is bring me her food so I can feed her. And we'll be just having some me time right here, the two of us. So I love that because I think with all of her, disease processes, I really think that she still knows who I am. I can't say for sure, but I miss that. I miss that so much, and it just gets me emotional even talking about it. But I miss that. I had very good parents. I had strict parents, but very good parents. My mother, she was my greatest influence because she was so strong. She would get sick with migraine headaches. I never forget. And she would always say, I got to go to work. Even if my dad was already working, he was self-employed, she would say, I have to go to work because I have to feed my children. She never left us. She never left us. She never raised her voice. My mother was always a workaholic that always looked forward to seeing about her kids. And I just believe that I used to tease her. I'd just say, Mom, when you get older, if you get sick now, I'm going to take care of you. And she would say, oh, just get out of my face. Oh, just get out of my face. And I'm living it right now. And it is just a blessing for me to be able to do it. So I always pray and ask God every day for a little bit more strength, and let me have the faith and the character somewhat of what my mom is like. Because I'm telling you, my mom is a good woman, and she has been faithful to her children, her husband. And I just, I just want to leave that legacy when I die, to be somewhat of my mom's character.
What a beautiful thing it is for a daughter to say about her mom. Indeed.
Yes. Mm.
Lady Sherry, what gives you the most hope?
Knowing that there's a God and we don't have to do it alone. Knowing that there's a God and we don't have to do this alone. Faith over fear is absolutely the best recipe right now. And some people are dying because some people are committing suicide. Some people have so much anxiety, they're locking themselves up in their home. They're afraid to come out. But if we don't hold on to something, we'll stand for anything. You got all the media pumping things up. Some of it is true, some of it is not. But we can't worry about the media. We have to worry about what God has promised us. He has promised us life through salvation, through the cross. And we have to depend on him right now, not man. Man can't do anything for us right now, but God can. And we have to have that hope for tomorrow. We have to do that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And what is your favorite
You're
script
welcome.
for this moment at this time?
I would say Psalms 1. I would lift up my help, all my help coming from the Lord that made heaven and earth. I would say that would be my favorite scripture. I have a lot of favorites, but that would be one of them. That would be, I've been living, and it's funny that I say that. Mother's Day, one of my sons, he was not financially able to buy me anything, which he never does anyway. I'm always giving him. But he says he was on Facebook, and on Messenger, he had on a black shirt that says Sherry's baby, and at the bottom, Psalms 121. I said, whoa, how great is that? That was the best gift I could ever get. I said, son, don't worry about Mother's Day. That's the best gift. And we was on the other side of the picture, we was at the beach, and I was running after him, and I got a little dizzy from the water, and he had that on the other side. And I said, oh, how beautiful is that? He remembered my favorite scripture in the Bible, and he had the shirt on to prove it. And I must have sent that picture to everybody. Look at this. This is my favorite verse. This is my favorite verse. It was awesome.
That was a beautiful gift, Mother's Day gift. And the most creative gifts are the best gifts.
They are.
Cost money is the thought. And that he thought to remember your scripture and say that you're his baby, that he's your baby.
That
Yes,
that was awesome. I said, son, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. But he always said, well, mom, others make more money. The other siblings make more money than me. I said, well, when we gone, guess where all this money is going to be? It's going to be right back here. And we can't take it with us. So he says, mom, you're right. But when I saw that shirt with us on there, one of him sitting in my lap, and the other picture was him hugging me as I guess he was about 20 something. And I was like, well, where did he get those pictures from? But it was really beautiful.
I love it. I love it.
I have to show those on that. I have this there too.
Lady Sherry, what do you most miss about, or do you miss dressing up?
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. And now I'm very conscious when I go out, because it's like, okay, do I semi dress up, or do I just put on a pair of jeans knowing that I'm limited as the places that I can go. So I'm struggling with that. Yesterday, for an example, my husband bought me some overalls. They were shorts. They was kind of long, but they were overalls. And I said, what do you think? He says, no, that's not you. He said, I said, well, I'm only going to wear those inside of the house. He said, no, those are not you. I said, well, I figured we'll go on vacation or a picnic with these sometime in the future. He said, that will be great. But I do, every one of my friends look forward to me putting the pictures on Facebook, but I didn't put a lot of the pictures on Facebook of my dress code. It was one of the at the church. She would always say, get on your post. I'm like, what are you talking about? So she had a certain spot that she would take pictures of me, and then she would post them later on Facebook. So she did that faithful for about 3 months or better. But I miss that so much. And I miss my sister saying, well, God, did you buy that from Astro too? You know, but I've been telling my future daughter-in-law that I want her to be a part of Ashro. She says, well, what is that? I say, honey, when you come to the house, I'll tell you all about it. Don't worry. Oh, goodness.
Well, Lady Sherry, well, thank you so much for sharing Ashro with your family and with your future daughter-in-law. And I tell you, we would love to see those pictures of you on your post. So all of those beautiful pictures, when you get inside of the Facebook group, we want to see all your beautiful Ashro fashion.
There for a minute.
Okay, your video froze for a minute. Are you back?
Okay. Yes, I'm back.
Okay. The video froze up for a minute, but that's okay. Now, is there a special event that you hope to dress up for in the future?
Oh, yes, it is. Our class reunion is coming up in October, providing, we can do it with the pandemic going on. Um, I just was informed that it's very, formal. So I'm looking to find that special dress with Ashro. So hopefully I can do that. I've been gathering all my books together, and then I look at each book, and then I figure out which dress I'm going to buy, or which suit I'm going to buy, should I say.
Excellent. Now, how has your hair care routine changed? Your hair is looking absolutely beautiful.
Oh, well, this is an improvised style that I wear, but normally I wear a lot of crochet braids, and I wear different hairstyles. I normally like this color because I get a lot of compliments on this color, but if my husband had it his way, he likes the natural look, and I don't do the natural look too much, but I do like the natural look. It's just a lot of work for me, and I like to have something where I can get up and go. So he's, I wish you wear your hair. You have nice hair. But I like to change up. I like the different wig styles now. I've never been into wigs before, but I like them, and they look good on me. I think they do. So I really, really like it. So you just have to deal with it because, eventually he comes around anyway.
I love it. I tell you, I've got the crochet braids in my hair now, and it took a little good getting used to it for my husband.
Ah.
I understand what you're saying and what he's saying, but I'm certain that with your hair, you look absolutely gorgeous. So we look forward to those pictures.
Oh, can't wait to send them to you guys. I can't wait.
Yeah. Now, did you typically go to the hair salon, or do you like to do your own hair?
I go to the salon, and I think sometimes I spend a little bit more, depending on how I'm feeling. But if it's something I truly want, now I went to a wedding with one of my sons, and he said that it was called crochet, but it was they were really long, but they fit me just right. Well, I thought they did. And later my son said, Mom, all my friends really like your hair. I said, really? I said, well, it took some getting used to, but that hairstyle was about $200, but it lasts for about 3 to 4 months. So I was okay with that. I was truly okay with that. But if it's some hairstyle that I think is going to enhance my beauty or make that suit from Ashro just pop, I'm going to get that hairstyle.
That's right. You're doing the right thing. Now, you all are down in Florida. Now, are you all beginning to open up in phases?
In phases, absolutely. The nail shops and the salons opened last week, but I'm still a little cautious and careful. I haven't been out to a salon. I'm really careful about that, but they're opening in phases. So I'm just hoping next week or so, a little more businesses will start to open up, but I'm in no rush. I'm thankful that we haven't lost anything from this pandemic, because a lot of people have lost jobs, and a lot of people are still on unemployment that they haven't received yet. But I'm praying for the nation. But I met a girl today. I was in Honey Baked Ham, and she said she had on the big face mask that looks like she's going into space or something. And I had never seen that before. And I said, where did you purchase that? She said, oh, it was on Amazon. And she said, what she learned about Florida is some of the people are not masking up. And I noticed that a lot. So those particular people, I try to keep my social distance from. But I've been noticing it the last couple of weeks. It's like, do anybody care what's going on here? They haven't, you see them walking down on my street, and they're riding bikes, and that's all fine and well, but nobody has on a mask. Nobody's masking up. And I know, like, if they're riding bikes, you have your time to do social distance, but you go other places and people are holding hands and they're not respecting the CDC or what the government is saying about social distance. And and the sad part about it, you can be asymptomatic and don't know you have it. So it's the kind of harsh situation, and the elderly catch it so terribly bad at this point. But for the nursing homes, I see it's not the elderly people that's got it, that's there. It's the people that's coming in that's bringing it to the elderly group. That's a lot of what we're seeing. But where my mom is, has only been one case. They really doing their checks. They doing their checkpoints really, throughout the day, with not just the employees, but with the residents too, as far as checking their temperature, checking on them, making sure everything is good. My mom has COPD as well. She never smoked, but she has it. So, is when I'm talking to the DON, I'm asking a lot of questions about, hey, are they monitoring everybody that's coming in? Because the problem is what lies ahead. You got CNAs and nurses that's coming in that you don't know where they've been and what they're doing. So that becomes a big issue. It's not the elderly people themselves, it's the elderly people that has low immune systems that, that's having a hard time. But on the flip side of that, it's the people that's coming in, that's gravitating, and the workers and the responders that's bringing it to the elderly people. That's what I'm seeing. That's exactly what I'm seeing, But it's a situation down here because, even when we live on the outskirts of Jacksonville, we live in a more rural type area. But, I go into Jacksonville and you got people that's not practicing safety, and you got people that's, all hugged up and, just not complying with safety. So, we just have to continue to stay in prayer for those people, because God knows, we don't know. But you also got people that have strong faith and say, oh, well, I don't believe in that. I'm not going to wear a mask. I don't believe in that. So, I purposely wear mine when I'm going out having to deal with people. But when I'm at home or riding my bike, I don't put it on, or sitting on the front porch or doing things around the house. I don't do that. But, I'm seeing that a lot, and the numbers are going down. However, you still got people that are catching the coronavirus. And now you're listening to the news, you got doctors pronouncing people dead of coronavirus that really don't have the virus. So what do we do with that? What do we do about that? But it's just really saddens my heart. It really does. But I think this is a wave of a flu epidemic or cold epidemics. Like, people take the flu shot, they take the pneumonia shot for colds. I think it will surface back, but I think we got to be guarded more and got to be more protected and ready for it. I think it just hit so big where we wasn't ready for it. And then all in all, I think it's just God. I think the Bible is fulfilling everything the Bible talks about is okay.
Well, Lady Sherry, thank you so much for sharing that. And we do trust that the people that are of faith and believing God are also wearing their mask. Indeed. So we
Indeed. You got to have some common sense about this,
Yes, yes. Now, what do you most look forward to after all of this is over?
Family time. Getting with well, I had a sibling to pass February 14th, and he was a oh God, he was a close brother, and he passed suddenly. They found him in his home, deceased, hands folded, the Bible to the right of him. He read the Bible. We had several discussions about chapters in the Bible. I don't understand what happened, and I can't say what happened, but it's only the four of us now. It's two other sisters and one brother left. We had a brother 2 years ago to die the same way in his home. He was a severe diabetic, so I try to take care of myself and watch the things that I put in my mouth. But so we only have this one brother left, and we've been talking about going on a cruise, the four of us, without our spouses or without my brother's wife. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm in no rush ever, but I'm really looking forward to that because I think that we need that bonding time again. And we often got together this past February, and we talked about old time stuff and how we used to have so much fun coming up as children. And my brother, the one that's left, he's really struggling with the loss of, two brothers. So we have to pacify him a little bit. It's been really hard. It's been hard for the family. And then right after that hit, and the pandemic came, and the doors was locked for us to go in and see my mother. So it's been hard. So I'm looking forward to family time, and I'm looking forward to going back over there to visit my mom, and just nothing but will please me more than a big hug and a big kiss, just to hug her. That's all I want to do right now. But I'm patient. I have to wait. Yeah.
I tell you, that is the most important thing. Family is.
It is.
To be able to go give your mom a big hug and give her a big kiss, certainly. And
oh God,
a sibling.
Oh God, I can't wait.
Oh yes, it's going to be a glorious time for sure.
I can't not wait. Oh yes.
And
right.
And to take a sibling cruise, just the siblings, just a bonding cruise, your brother and your sisters. Now that is a wonderful idea. That I
Yes.
love it. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing that. Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness, I can imagine. I'm
Yeah.
myself just a sibling cruise with my two brothers and my two sisters. That would be wonderful. So I can certainly imagine that it would be wonderful for you.
Uh, hardly wait. The other has been on a cruise. Okay, we're back. My brother has never been on a cruise, but you know, the sisters has. So he doesn't get out. He just retired of 40 years, and he just feel like he needs to babysit. So I let him do what he do, and but he's looking forward to it. We gonna pack his clothes for him, and we're gonna get him a couple outfits that we think he will nice. Yeah. And we're gonna just move forward with it, and we're gonna have a great time.
Oh, yes, you all are going to have a marvelous time. And of course, his outfits must be sister approved. Oh, yes.
Amen on that one. Amen on that one.
Now, now, now tell me, Lady Sherry, what does it mean to be an Ashro woman?
Oh, eloquency, style, classy, very classy, very a proverb woman, which is in the Bible. A proverb woman is a woman that fears God. She's elegant, she's classy, and she's humble to her husband. And she looks at her husband as her king, and she is the queen. So when I think of Astro, I think of a very elegant woman with a hat on that got her stuff so together and struts when she walks.
I love it, Lady Sherry, and you are definitely an Ashro woman. Now,
Amen.
Lady Sherry, how does an Ashro woman handle challenge and hardship?
This hardship, the pandemic hardship, I
This
think an Astro woman. Go ahead.
no, this
This
hardship, the pandemic, or anything that she faces.
I think the challenge is knowing how to look forward to what lies ahead. I don't think that she needs to give up being who she is, but I also think that the challenge comes with praying, and I also think the challenge comes with style. She still can be a praying Astro woman, okay? A woman that prays together, stays together. So Astro women have to stay with Astro style. So what we like to do, we still like to be, we still like to acknowledge that the pandemic is going on. However, that don't exclude us from planning for what lies tomorrow to continue to be that great Astro woman that I am.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Thank you so much. Lady Sherry, it's been a joy just sitting here and talking to you.
Likewise.
You are wonderful. You're a beautiful lady, and you have inspired me
Thank you.
so much. Now, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Thank you.
Courage. Would you like to share anything else to encourage the other Astro ladies out there, as well as their family and friends?
I would just tell the other Astro women out there to keep looking up. I would tell them that the best is yet to come, and just keep looking up, keep having the faith, and faith over fear is better than anything that you can ever imagine. And God is here, and God will continue to bless you. Just keep having the faith and keep looking up. That's what I would tell the Astro woman.